Hello, collective. So I decided to go ahead and video rather than just do this in solitude because I do like teaching and I've been having a lot of altar questions recently. This one, you don't really see it a lot from the shop unless you come to the back, but this is on my desk here. So this is why we're looking at my desk in the back. What I have here on this black brass plate, and I've had this plate since like college days. I got it at a thrift store. But this is what's called Larch. And it is from a tree. I grabbed a branch and I just kind of released the needles from the branch. And I'm putting that as a base because it is a powerful symbol of resilience, optimism, and rebirth, right? And I'm going to not use the rosemary for this. I'll do that on a different one. And there are certain things that carry on my altar, meaning that as I break it down and I bring it back, these were just sitting on the selenite. I know I'm gonna want to use them again. So I'm gonna go ahead and just lay these guys here. And I'm just gonna talk to you while I build my altar. That's really all I'm gonna do here. You're gonna go, yeah, you'll go right there. All right, so in the center, I have, and I love when they get like this, I take a banana leaf and I kind of wait until it gets turning up on the sides when it starts to dry out. And I'm gonna put this in the center. This is where I'm gonna hold my sage and my burnables, okay? I know it's a little off center here, but I want to be able to show you everything I'm doing. All right, so I'm basically building what I call my grounding around the outside. So I like to place my wood around it. And that's just something very personal to how I like to do this. Nature girl. All right. And then I am going to move on to the crystals, and I'm going to be pretty specific with this one. I do want my amethyst. So here, my clear quartz opposite that. Selenite at my base. And selenite from where I'm sitting at the head. I have this petrified wood that I'm also going to put down here. Petrified wood being root. I'm paying attention to where I'm putting these based on which chakra they're going to be representing, right? And then I'm just kind of, ooh, Septarian. Let's stick you right over here. Moonstone. Rose quartz. Desert rose. I love this one. And if we're going to be there, I'm going to have you over here. And let's see. Do another, no, not another clear. I'm gonna do a rainbow moonstone over here. Okay. And I want to incorporate this orchid calcite. So I am going to stick you right over here, my dear. I have a few shells that I also want to keep riding here, so I'm going to stick my shells right down here in root. One I'm going to tuck under that leaf, and one I'm going to tuck under this one. Okay. And I think the crowning touch for this one is going to be our lucky little Yeah, we'll stick the Buckeye right there. Our Fremont good luck charm. And really, that's as difficult as this has to be. I already have a connection with every one of these objects that are on the plate. I know what the intention is that I've already spoken into the universe, and I have infused on every last one here. I picked them one by one to see which ones wanted to volunteer to sit in this space with me. And this is what we have. So yeah, I think that a lot of the times when people come into the shop and they ask questions about how do I do my altar, you're gonna have all these different ways of doing it that people are going to share with you. And what I like to say is, if you are truly on sovereignty journey, everything you do must be free will. These are all your choices. You can take in all this information, but at the end of the day, how you choose to do your ritual, how you choose to set up your altar, that is something very personal. Depending on what it is that you're trying to achieve, there may be a very clear roadblock, you know, depending on your culture, background, where you come from, how, you know, it could be very specific. But a lot of you that I'm speaking to are really able to carve your own way, and I suggest that you do so. Don't be so quick to do what someone else did just because either they did it or some perceived success in them doing it. This is your path, and you ought to take great care in carving out your routines, is really what I'm getting at. So this right here will sit in the back of the shop. It will hold a lot of energy for me for very specific purposes. And this is my first time putting actively one of these buckeyes, these good luck charms, on the altar, but I want to see what it does. I'm very curious, and I will definitely share progress the same way that I shared with this this black amber here, which I'm still working on it. For those of you that were following me on that, I'm still working with this amber. There's really beautiful things that are coming up ancestrally, a lot of clearing of blockages, ancestral things. It's been amazing. You know, stick you over here too. Yes. So yeah, it's just as simple as that. It's a decision. It's as simple as a decision. I am going to leave this here because I'm truly done. I'm just going to clear up my space, and I hope this is helpful and helps you relax a little bit and just enjoy the process of slowly building your altar and seeing what it turns into. It doesn't even need to be this full. I mean, you may want to just have a few things on there. I encourage slow building, and you'll know when you're done. Your spirit will tell you when you're done. All right, make this a beautiful day, and we will see you next time.